Hi, this is Micornus, Phokane, the leader and the founder of Church Governance Solutions. We are speaking about the ministry functions of elders according to the Bible. Ministry functions of elders according to the Bible. And I want to start by saying elders need to be encourager of the brethren. Elders need to be encouragers of the brethren. Elders must be able to identify people that are demotivated, people that need to be encouraged. They must be able to see amongst the flock those weaklings that need to be encouraged. Those people that are dragging themselves through this thing called Christianity, through the journey of the Lord, which is Christianity and salvation. And this is very important because people are not at the same stage as they walk through this journey of Christianity. There are those that are strong. There are those that are weaklings along the way. But it must be elders that are able to identify those that are weaker and encourage them. The book of Proverbs chapter 25 verse 11 speaks about this exactly. And I want you to look at it and say, it is very important as an elder to encourage those brethren that need encouragement. Sometimes as they walk, people, even those that are strong, because I want you not to ignore the fact that it's not only the ones that are regarded as weak that need encouragement, those that are strong as well. They are walking through this difficult life. As I've said, that life will throw curveballs to everyone. And even those that we regard as strong, there are times when they need encouragement because of what they are doing. Sometimes they work so hard that they become weary. Sometimes they are carrying out themselves and see no results in what they are doing. Sometimes even when they're working hard, because they are not being encouraged by anybody, and everybody thinks that they are strong, they become even more weaker. And sometimes the very same strong people need encouragement even more. And I want to emphasize that as elders, please consider encouraging the very same ones that we think that they are strong. Those that are working hard in the ministry, they still need a pat on the shoulder as well to say, well done, brother, well done, sister, and continue doing the great work and encourage them and make them feel that they are recognized. Because without recognizing the people, they may as well feel like they are doing nothing. They may as well become discouraged in what they are doing because nobody recognizes them. I must emphasize the fact that every individual in life needs recognition. And many times we overlook the point that we need to encourage people, particularly those that work hard in the ministry. There are those that sacrifice their time much more, those that sacrifice their resources in the church, that those sacrifice everything, including their family time. But I want to emphasize that these are the very same people that you must focus on and encourage them, because the more you encourage them, the more you fuel them to do even much more. They are actually also vulnerable because they are matured, yes, but they are vulnerable as well because the devil may come and tell them that you are doing a lot but nobody recognizes. You're working hard but nobody says anything. Nobody is appreciating what you're doing. And because of that, the devil ministers to people like that and make them even to feel discouraged because the devil is ministering to them. And I want to emphasize that if there are people that you need to encourage more as elders in the church, these are the people that are working very hard in the ministry, the people that are busy in the ministry, the people that sacrifice all in the ministry. They need to be encouraged, and I'm emphasizing that. That is the job of elders in the ministry. The other thing that elders should do is elder to share same vision with the pastor. The elder needs to share the same vision with the pastor. And this, I cannot emphasize it enough. Because as an elder appointed by the pastor, it is because you are regarded as somebody who's reliable to assist the pastor. Now, the pastor has appointed you because he's trusting you. He has appointed you because he believes that you are capable. He believes that you are able as well. And he has actually appointed you because of trust as well. He has got a faith in you. And that's the reason why, therefore, you need to be able to share the same vision with the pastor. The book of 1 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 10 speaks to this point. That many times you find that people, that have been appointed as elders, they start developing different visions. And as they develop different visions, the same visions that they have is not feeding into the main vision of the church. So therefore you find visions that are in the church that are contrary to each other, that are disturbing to each other, that are drifting people away because they are not actually feeding into each other. Now I want to emphasize the fact that as an elder, you are allowed to have your own vision that God has put upon your life. But that vision should not be contrary to the main vision in the church. Because if it is contrary to the vision in the church, it is going to divide the church. It's going to plant the spirit of disunity or the spirit of division that will make the people to not know who to follow and where to go. And I want to emphasize that as an elder, it is very important, therefore, to become honest with the vision that God has given you. Be honest with the ministry that God has put upon you, that you can use it to good use within the main vision, but it must actually be able to assist or enhance the success of the main vision and not be contrary to it. And I'm emphasizing this because it's very key. We have seen elders that break away with some of the congregants and establish some new churches somewhere while they've taken the whole membership of the church. Is because of this very same point of having different vision in the church and confusing the people, others following you, others following the pastor, and that cannot be godly. And we emphasize in this now that we may be careful about that as elders. Now I want you also to know that as elders, an elder is to be transparent as well. The book of Proverbs chapter 27 verse 5 to 6 speaks about that you need to be transparent. You need to be somebody who's known easily. Because if you are having hidden agendas that nobody knows about, it's going to be troublesome in the church because you may not be able to lead the church in a transparent manner. The pastor may not know much about what you're thinking, what you're doing, and because you're not transparent enough. The congregation, which is the flock of God, may not know what you're doing and what you are up to because you're not transparent enough. Let people know who you are. Be open enough. Be readable that people can know your intentions at any given time. Let there be the character that will make people to trust you. And that is very important as an elder. Because if you're not transparent enough, then you cannot be trustworthy either. And people cannot trust you because they are not sure of the next move that you will do. They are not sure of what you're thinking in your mind. And that's very, very important. That transparent leadership is being established. And as an elder, you become an example of transparency in the church. It is very important also that as an elder, you become submissive in the church. It is actually a role or a function of an elder, according to the Bible, to be submissive. Remember that you are appointed as an elder by the visionary, as I've mentioned. And as you've been appointed is based on trust. Is based on the role that you are being allocated to. Is based on the things that you have to be doing. And I want to emphasize this, that as an elder, you must therefore be submissive enough. You must be somebody that they can trust because you're submissive and submissive to the senior pastor. And most of the time, you find that the senior pastor is actually maybe younger than you, but you must still be submissive. The senior pastor may not be knowledgeable like you, but you must be submissive. Now, submission is the most powerful thing in any given church and in any given ministry. And many of Jesus' disciples, some were qualified, doctors and so on, but they became submissive to his ministry and walked with submission under his ministry, and hence we see the ministry that is successful. The book of 1 Peter chapter 5, if you read from verse 1 to 3, submission therefore becomes very important in leadership. Because if you don't submit one to another, you're going to have a problem of many heads in a particular ministry that may be like something that is not functional, something that is not having direction. Is mainly because of that. Monsters are created by many heads because of lack of submission among the leadership. And I want to emphasize that it's very important, therefore, that you submit and fully submit as a leader, fully submit as unto this, the visionary, and submit one to another as elders as well. Very, very important, because you have to respect each other, and submission becomes very important. Elders need to be liberal givers as well. And that's a function as well that is regarded by the Bible as very high. The book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 4 to 12. If you go through that, you'll regard that as a scripture that speaks mainly to elders. Now, as elders, I want to emphasize that you must be exemplary in your giving. You must be exemplary in charitable giving in the church, whereby an example of a leader, as a leader, you must be the first to give before you even demand the congregation to do so. Now, we have seen many of churches whereby elders will demand offering or giving from the church while they themselves don't give. And this is very important. And the Bible demands you as an elder to become exemplary in nature, so that you become the first to give before you demand anyone to give. You understand the vision better, and you are part of the vision. You are actually a part of the vision in the sense of partaker. But therefore, because you understand the vision, any finances that are needed for the vision, you should be able to contribute towards that. And I want to emphasize that when you are an elder, therefore, you need to become a liberal giver. In the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 4 to 12, as I've mentioned, it is emphasizing that as well. I want to end up here today, your leader, founder of Church Governance Solutions, Micornus Phokane. Thank you very much for listening to us and be part of this great topic. There's still a lot to say about this topic, and I want to continue with it actually in the next lesson. And don't forget as well to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Micornus Phokane and Young Men Empowerment Forum. Make sure that you click notification buttons. Our Facebook page, Church Governance Solutions, and Micornus Phokane as well. So please like those pages, follow us there, and make sure that you do actually subscribe to the pages where you click notification button to be notified as we post the videos of this kind. May the good Lord bless you, and allow me to check out right here and say cheers for now.